Hello and welcome to the Fanatics of Film. My name is Ben, and we're just going to quickly go over this realm as far as when it comes down when we're talking about Game of Thrones. Most people agree that the situation is pretty nasty and horrible, and they pretty much don't deserve any of what happened. None of the diehard fans have been watching it since day one, which I had been watching since day one, did not deserve the catastrophe that had finally become of this horrible mess that it was. But here we go. Game of Thrones HBO Bosses Finally addressed Fan Petition to rewrite last series. More than 1 million fans signed the change.org petition, unhappy with the season 8 ending. HBO Bosses have finally addressed the fan petition that called for the final season of Game of Thrones to be rewritten. Until now, producers had not commented on the change.org petition, which called for the final series to be reshot with competent writers and gathered more than 1 million signatures. The president of HBO, the network on which the show airs in the U.S., has now had this say, claiming remarking it's not something we seriously considered. Speaking at the Television Critics Association summer press tour, Casey Bloys continued via TV line, there are very, very few downsides to having a hugely popular show, but one I can think of is when you try to end it, many people have big opinions on how these characters' stories should come to an end. Not just big opinions. We just have opinions that we want an actual story, that's all, as opposed to just trash. Referencing Game of Thrones' success in this year's Emmy nominations last week, I think they had like 32 Bloys added 32 Emmy nominations is clearly is certainly nice validation. Okay, because somebody that you paid off to do that. Okay, many of the show's cast have already spoken out against the petition. That's fine. You just don't want to do it again. That's fine. None of us care anymore. This is just pathetic. Sophie Turner, who played Sansa Stark, branded it disrespectful, telling the New York Times so many people worked so hard on it, and for people to just rubbish it because it's not they want to see is just disrespectful. Okay, well, actually, no. What's disrespectful is giving us a crappy product that we all paid for, and you got paid through the we paid through the wazoo. You got tons of money. You got paid so much money, and you gave us a crap product. So Brian Stark actor Isaac Hempstead Wright also called the petition ridiculous and absurd, while Jacob Anderson, a.k.a. Grey Worm, called it insulting. No, the show was insulting to the fans, insulting to all the people who had spent so much time and energy on this show. The petition was set up before the controversial final episode had even aired, following Daenerys' decision to torch the city of King's Landing, with many fans claiming it was a betrayal of her characters. The TV version of Game of Thrones overtook George R. R. Martin's book quite some time ago. Anyway, George has made no secret of his disappointment at the timeline, which left him no choice but to tell the showrunners plot secrets in order for them to finish the program without any source material. Last week, Game of Thrones star Nikolaj Coster-Waldau felt firsthand just how upset some fans remain about the final season. Yeah, so anyway, this is just ludicrous. It's kind of silly that we're all, a lot of people. Some of them say it was perfect. No, it was never perfect. It was far from perfect. It ended in a horrifying, terrible mess. Last week, Game of Thrones star felt firsthand just how upset some of the fans remain about the final season when he was booed at Comic-Con for defending the ending. He was met with the reaction after speaking about underwhelming deaths of Jaime and Cersei Lannister. Yep, that was really stupid. He said, "I thought it was perfect for him to end the arms in the arms of Cersei." Okay, that's fine, but with something so silly as to, we could have just stepped to the right. Since to me, that's just my opinion. Lena Headey Lena Headey, who plays Cersei, previously said she was gutted about how her character met her fate. I will say I wanted a better death. And she told The Guardian, the show's creators, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, the douchebags of Mordor, had also been due to take part in the Comic-Con panel last week, but HBO announced on Thursday they had dropped out with no explanation given. Yeah, so, and then there's the stupid business with The Witcher going on with Henry Cavill, which is kind of a mad mess. So please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much for joining me. And this is the Fanatics of Film. Hopefully, I mean, it's just silly. This whole thing is just damn silly. Have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching. And once again, this is the Fanatics of Film.